Okay, so we're topping off the fluids now. We're about to put the power steering fluid. We're finishing off with the oil, coolant. Actually have to bleed the clutch as well. But everything is on, everything's put together, and we're about to start up for the first time. First start, let's see. Everything seems to be good. I'm gonna turn the AC off. Moving under its own weight. Very exciting. Well, here you go, guys. The wagon is put back together. We took it around for a quick spin, like a couple meters, just to see how everything works. Sounds great, everything sounds good. Now the braking period starts. Since I have to put 1,000 miles on this car and can't really do much to it just yet, I think I'm just gonna mold the rear parts. So I'm gonna mold the rear fender flares, and I'm gonna mold the side skirts together with the front. Actually not with the front, my fault. The little piece that's here, I'm gonna mold it and slap it on the wagon. But for the front, I'm not gonna put the bumper just yet. I am gonna put the fenders on because I don't think it's illegal for me to drive like this. But long story short, it's been a really long month and it's finally all together. It's running good, everything's good. Dirty, yes. The hood's back on and it seems to be fine. I'm not going to be going too fast just so it doesn't fly up on me. But the build continues. I am so hyped. I honestly was worried that it wasn't going to come out of the shop for at least another couple weeks. But thankfully we have it here. And yeah, it's ready to go. Let me see, did I lock it by any chance? Yes, I did. And I have to fix that. So the keyhole broke, so I gotta fix that. The car still locks though, so it's good. Got the keyhole right there. But yeah, I gotta clean it up. But I cannot wait to drive this thing. I'm still at work, so I can't drive it right now. Why is it blurry? There we go. But yeah, so cannot wait to drive this thing. Definitely gotta clean it up. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do today is clean it up. Possibly install the rear suspension. Actually, I can't because the one shock came damaged, so they're sending me a new one. But once we do that, then I can put the rear back on completely. Still have to fix a few things, but let's see. Oh dude, it feels so good to be back in this car, even though the seat is way too forward. There we go. Let's see. Oh yes, this is what I missed. The short shifter in this car is amazing. Reverse, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh man, so hyped. Got to put the bottom tray on, get a new clip for this because it broke, but the whole interior is in here, and a bunch of trash that I gotta throw out. But she fires up, which is what I'm really happy about. So here we go. We've been driving the car. It's got about 100 miles. I'm sorry for the blurry footage, but it's kind of dark right now, and for some reason my camera's been really blurry lately. But as you can see, we still have the blue E36. It's Alfred's. He's not getting rid of it. We got to put the diffuser on, but we've put almost 100 miles in this thing after the rebuild. We have 900 to go before we can actually start pushing it a little bit more. After that happens, I can finally start molding the body kit, but I think I'm actually going to start molding the rears fairly soon, and I won't touch the front just yet. So probably within a week we're going to do the rears and go from there. Once we break it in, we're going to do the front, but we're not doing that until we finish the rears. I also have another surprise in the back of the wagon. I'm not going to show it just yet, but this video is basically us assembling the motor and finally driving the car. It feels great. I'm not pushing it over 3,000 yet because they told me to really keep it low for the first couple hundred miles, and then I can pick up the RPMs. but it feels great. The motor is very smooth. I'm really happy with how everything came out. Definitely happy with the route I went with. Did plan to do an LS, but it would have been just way too expensive, and definitely would have been a little bit more time consuming. Like, this took about a month because we waited for parts, and LS would have taken longer because it's completely new everything, body harness and so on, just to make it fit. But long story short, this thing's finally on the road. We're going to try to get this 1,000 miles as soon as possible so we can finish this build before winter comes. I'm making this video for like the 5th time. It's just all over the place. It's really hard to record an update with what's been going on with the wagon, but we got the car back. We put about 200 miles in the car, and then I was thinking of doing the AC on the car, so I just needed a Freon refill because I was going to be daily driving the car and it's just extremely hot. So we were filling it up and the car was idling for about 30 minutes. I haven't had an issue for the last 200 plus miles of driving the car, putting miles on the motor, like basically breaking it in. So we didn't have any issues, and then it was idling and I stepped outside. I got a text message, so I go ahead and open up my phone and I hear an explosion, and I turn around and the whole car is steaming. So my expansion tank just exploded, which means there must have been either a lot of air in the system, or for some reason, let me put the windows down, I don't know how well you can hear me, or for some reason I'm thinking that maybe the expansion tank was just old, and because we didn't replace it, I was thinking like, I don't need a new one, it seems to be good. So the way it exploded was the top half. If you look at the expansion tanks, I tried to put a clip in, so they have like a little like seal on top, which is weird. I don't know, it's just not a single piece. It's better to go with an aluminum one, but that seal opened up, like just popped off and was open, so all the coolant leaked from there. The car stayed there until yesterday, which is Saturday. I got it back on August 12th. It is now the 21st. So I've been putting some miles in the car, trying to break it in as fast as possible to start molding it. And then that happened, and I kind of got worried, like, dang, I hope I didn't overheat the car, because it was running for quite a bit. But as soon as it exploded, I immediately shut it off, and I checked the temperatures. Temperature was showing in the middle on the gauge, but on my Extron head unit that comes with the OBD2 reader said 224, which I think is okay, because the yellow one before I did the Mishimoto thermostat on it was running at about 220, 225, so I'm thinking it should be okay. But I got the car back yesterday. I've put on about another 15 to 20 miles and it seems okay. So when the car is moving, the temps are 206 to 204, sometimes 208 depending if I stopped for a long period of time. So the temps seem to be okay, but I'm gonna keep monitoring them. And yesterday when I got the car back, I said, you know what, let's just start molding the kit. So I'm not gonna say anything else, but we did start the process. This is gonna go in a later video, which the video after this, because I've been trying to upload this one for the last, honestly, probably like week and a half. So yeah, we're gonna probably finish molding it by the end of this month, I'm hoping. Maybe not, maybe by the end of September. But we did start, and in this video I'm just going to show you guys the process of putting the engine together, what has happened. So hopefully, like, this video makes sense, because I feel like it's going to be all over the place. But long story short, we got the car back and we're finally working on the body kit. So everything should be done and ready to go within the next month, I want to say. I think within the next month we'll be ready for paint, but we won't be painting it because it will get in the colder season now. So fall, winter, I don't really want to paint, but we'll see what we got. So that'll do it for this video, you guys. Hope it's not all over the place. I feel like it's gonna be, because it's just been a little bit of a headache to get this car running, so everything's good. But we're going to show you us putting the motor together, the car running for the first time, and whatever other clips I have, which I can't remember. But that'll do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you guys are excited as I am, because we're starting with the wide body. Like, the rear fenders are on now. Like, they're completely on now. It's just bonding them, molding them, and doing the rear bumper, side skirts, and front fenders, because the front bumper luckily just slaps on, doesn't need much, unless I am kind of thinking of doing probably a CSL style bumper, so that means filling in the holes and just having one circle, but we'll get to that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.